All right, well, it is weird doing a vlog at night, but this video is for the people that are shooting basketball games, people that want advice and stuff like that. So tonight we're shooting one of my favorite teams in the Bay Area. We're here at Serra High School, and they're playing the Reardon Crusaders. So go Reardon, not a Serra fan. Shout out to the Crusaders. Those are my guys. But about to shoot this game, show you guys how I shoot it from different angles and everything. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully you guys take something from this. But figured I might as well show love to the home team, or my home team at least, which is Reardon. But while also being able to show you guys a little bit of like how I shoot games and like what I'm thinking. So let's get inside. Let's shoot this game. And the parking here is so tight. I'm getting a little bit nervous that this guy's gonna hit my car. But I think we're good. Ugh.
As I was getting ready to shoot the game, I met a fellow shooter.
What'd you say your name is again? Yeah, if you have any questions like while we're shooting or anything, let me know. I got you.
During the game, Soren asked a ton of questions, so I gave advice as best as I could and figured maybe some of these conversations could help one of you guys as well. Also, let me know in the comments if any other questions come to mind for you guys, and I'll do my best to answer them. Also, sorry in advance, I know this video is going to be super loud and maybe a little bit hard to hear, but it was a high school gym, so it was a little bit loud.
All right, mic check, mic check. Hello, hello. Hopefully they can hear me. All right, we're here at the Serra and Reardon game. We're here on the baseline. Currently starting with a 70 to 200, trying to get my settings dialed. High school gyms are fun because they're a little bit darker. It's obviously very loud in here, so hopefully you guys can hear me, but just trying to get my settings right, shooting with the homies. But high school gyms are fun just because like they're so dark, so you kind of really get to learn your camera. So for anybody that's like trying to start shooting these games, I would say start shooting at high school gyms because you'll learn your camera so much better, so much faster.
I like the best way to like get like your stuff out there. Instagram,
I would say so. I would say just using social media as a platform. Like, it's cool to scroll and everything, but kind of just using that as a way to like actually amplify your business, amplify your art. 'Cause, like the more people that you share it with, and the more people that see your work. Exactly. Facts. But yeah, I would say like the more that you use social media as like an actual tool, you can kind of build your network that way. Because like the world opens up a lot when you're able to use social media.
like everyone's on social media.
Exactly. Like you might meet somebody like all across the world just because you shared your pictures on Instagram. You know what I mean?
Today, we're shooting on the Sony A9 and 70-200G Master 2.8. A lot of my focus during the first half was getting more detail shots. So, what kicks they're wearing, socks, jerseys, accessories, portraits, all the small details that add to telling the story of the game.
You're like hella inspirational.
Yeah, that's love, bro. I appreciate that.
Are you Filipino?
I am. Are you? Tough. Keep going, bro. Here you go, my guy. You're good. Take your time, bro. You want to take another one? Come on, my guy.
Yeah.
Damn, you got a cool looking camera.
Yeah, I like that.
My guy.
Hey, but I appreciate when I kind of message you, you're just saying like, it's funny when you start doing content, you compare your shit to other people,
Yeah.
you get in your head, bro, and like,
Yeah.
this whole year,
For no reason though,
yeah,
bro.
and I'm kind of just like, bro, that makes me fun.
Yeah. Honestly, like, it's such a long game, so like, there's no rush to like meet a certain standard at any certain point. You know what I mean? It's like you'll kind of naturally get better at your own pace, and like even then, like the definition of better is all subjective. Like if you like it, that's all that matters.
I think for me, it was like the people that I thought would have my back or like it didn't really, and then so I got in my head and I was like, what am I doing? You know, and then I realized like you're right, like if you like it,
exactly. That's all that matters.
It's
And then eventually people will catch on and like start to like it. But it was the same thing for me in high school. Like a lot of the people that I thought were homies, like they were also kind of starting to shoot at the same time, and then they stopped fucking with me. Like people I was really cool with,
Yeah, like,
unfortunately.
people that thought like if you had the same
Yeah.
action, you'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And then I realized I was like, bro, you're fucking reposting shit that you don't even people that you don't know. And
Strangers.
You're not even gonna fucking surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, come on. No, you're good. Let me take off the bags at least. I don't want to look like I'm on a field trip.
Hey, J Squared, I got a question.
Yeah.
Call you Jordan or Mr.
You call me whatever you want, bro.
So, like, you know how you like shoot for Jordan pools?
Yeah.
Do you have to get a media pass to bring in your camera?
Yeah. So you gotta. The way I do it is like because I work for a lot of the athletes, they're able to give me a credential working for the player. So like most times you'll have to go through like an actual news source, so like an ESPN, a Sports Center, or you got to be working on the team side. But thankfully now there's like a couple doors open for like shooting for the actual players.
You know
Yeah.
about like an internship or something?
Not that I know of right now. I mean, they usually just have them on the website, but the best way to do it, I always say, is just show up to events and just start talking to everybody. Like the way that I did it was like I would literally show up to like high school games, college games, just random games in general, and just like talk to everybody. So like talk to the coaches, talk to the people that are like actually in the games, just like start building relationships. It's really just making friends. You know what I mean? Just like the way that me and you are talking right now, you just make friends with people. And like you just kind of never know who knows somebody that like might be able to help you in the future, right?
They don't really allow freelance. Like they
Not
do.
not really,
Yeah.
but like I'm technically a freelancer,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's possible.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, right now, my goal is just like I'm shooting a bit for Stanford, and then just make my way up.
Right.
Make
Yeah.
connections.
And that's the right place to be. Like
Yeah.
Stanford has such a good program, such a good school.
And
So
then from there, I can like shoot. Like,
exactly.
college,
Yeah. And there's a lot of good talent that goes through there.
Do you know Lawrence Domingo?
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, that's my, he coached me, bro.
Oh really? Oh shit. Yeah, I hoop with him like every week.
I saw you flipped him up.
Yeah, no, that's my guy. That's crazy. All right, quick little update for the vlog. I didn't get to update you guys during halftime because it was a lot of people talking, but went through the entire first half with the 70 to 200, just kind of covering all my bases. Again, for like the people that are trying to learn sports photography, 70 to 200 is definitely one of the essential lenses. Kind of gives you the wide enough shots to like show a little bit of the environment, but also go super tight and just like show a lot of the details. I would say this is the lens that you should probably get first as a sports photographer, mainly a basketball photographer, but this is kind of the main one that you would need. So 70 to 200, again, like covers all your bases from a kind of sort of wide, or like basically like a medium tight shot all the way to an actual tight shot. But we're about to start the second half. Second half just started, so about to maybe go into the stands for a little bit, show a little bit more of the environment, and then just kind of just like knock out the mental shot list. So first half was kind of just focusing on like the tight shots, the detail shots. Second half, I'm gonna focus on a little bit more of the environment, and then probably switch over to the 135, which is a prime lens, just to get just cleaner, crisper shots. Especially with high school gyms, it's a little bit darker. So this lens is pretty good in low light. It's a 135, 1.8. So anyways, all nerdy talk, but this is very good for high school gyms. But let's get into these stands and shoot the rest of this game.
When I'm shooting games, I go through my mental shot list of making sure that I have a variety of shots from wide to tight. I think that the more variety that you have in your photos, the better that you can tell the story of the game. So, in the second half, I actually ended up using a variety of lenses, starting with the Laowa 10mm for some really wide shots. After using the 70 to 200 for a little bit, I switched over to the 135 so I could get some photos with a really nice depth of field shooting open at 1.8. This is probably one of my favorite lenses I've ever used, and it's one that consistently stays in my kit for games, especially because of how good it is in darker high school and college gyms. To end the game, I used the G Master 24 to 70 with the everyday filter on for some bloom in the lights of the gym while capturing photos of the coaches and the bench.
All right, just got back home from the game, and honestly, I don't even know if this is gonna be a video that I was planning on making. Like, I wanted to make a video teaching essentially how to shoot a high school basketball game, and
while I was just like at the game shooting, there were actually people who needed help. There were just so many people that were asking me questions, asking for advice and everything. So it was kind of hard for me to film, but obviously like in-person stuff is always way more important. It's really cool to just go to games now and honestly just see so many people shooting the games. Like when I was shooting games, when I had first started, I started when I was 17. I'm 27 now. That's actually insane. But I started when I was a senior in high school, and when I was shooting games, there was probably only like me and maybe one other person on the baselines. But now like going to these games, it's like 9, 10, 11, 12 people. And it's awesome that there's so many new shooters. So different from when I was first starting out. So it's cool that like a lot of these guys have a resource, and so that's what I want to be when I go to these games. If one of these kids has a question and like they want to know something that I know, I want to be that resource. Especially like in this area, it's a lot of Filipino people, a lot of Filipino shooters, and to be honest, in the industry that I work in, it's not a lot of Filipino people. To see a lot of Filipino people, especially from my area, starting to pursue photography, awesome. It's super cool. So yeah, I didn't really get to film the video in the way that I wanted to, but it's really cool to just see how many people are starting to shoot now, how curious they are. Like a lot of these kids were asking me questions, and obviously I'm gonna just answer them. I wanna be able to help, which is part of the reason why I go so hard in what I do. But yeah, part of the reason I go so hard in what I do is just to like open the door for a lot of minorities, people of color, people who don't necessarily get these opportunities or don't even necessarily have the chance to do it. And so what I wanna do is I wanna open the door and keep it open for these people. So, you know, thankfully, a lot of my work has come to fruition, and it's led me to a lot of good places, a lot of cool things. But I think part of my responsibility with that is making sure that I do give back and I do hold the door open for the next person. So, you know, just shooting these games is always good, just to bring everything back down to earth. Not that anything that I do is otherworldly or anything like that, but more so just being able to like shoot next to other people who are maybe just getting their start in the game and like want to learn something or want to be able to ask questions. So for me to be able to be that person now, it's kind of crazy. Like I'm still very young and I don't think I really have all the answers, but I do have a little bit of experience now. So it's a blessing. And you know, just being around people from my community, being around people from Reardon, it's awesome. They won by 38 tonight, but yeah, didn't get to make the video that I wanted to, but I figured I should make a video on this anyway, just because the reflections of being at that game. I definitely will make a full video, and hopefully this video even does teach a little bit. But yeah, it's always good for my soul to just like go to a Reardon game, practice a little bit, and you know, just connect with my community. So yeah, obviously just a pretty raw video. It's literally me sitting on my room floor after 3 days of being sick, which is probably why I sound congested. But yeah, it's a blessing. But if you guys actually want me to teach stuff on this page, let me know. I'm also considering opening up some spots for maybe some mentorship opportunities for young photographers who might want to learn a couple things. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on shooting this game. It's great practice for me. I always like to show up to a couple high school games a year just to practice and exercise certain muscles that I can't exercise at NBA games. So yeah, leave me a comment below like what you guys might actually want to see, maybe some tips or tricks of, you know, shooting in certain situations or whatever, certain lenses that I use. You guys will get a little bit of an idea from this, just like with the 7200, the 135, and just like the baseline angle. To be honest, I do need to show you guys other angles that I would shoot from, but the baseline angle solid for now for this video. Leave a comment, let me know what you guys want to see, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you guys for being on this journey. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.